Can you always add ed or s to words? Have you ever wondered if you can just slap on ed or s to any word and call it a day? Well, let's take a closer look at this fascinating aspect of the English language. The short answer is no, you cannot always add ed or s to words. This is because English word formation and inflection follow specific rules and exceptions based on the type of word, its origin, and its function. Both ed and s are examples of inflectional morphemes. These are endings that we add to words to express grammatical features without changing the core meaning of the word. For instance, we typically add ed to verbs to form the past tense or past participle. Think about the verb walk. When we add ed, it becomes walked. Similarly, we add to nouns to indicate plurals, like changing cat to cats, or to verbs in the third-person singular present tense, such as run becoming runs. However, there are many exceptions that prevent us from simply adding ed or s to every word. First, let's talk about irregular verbs. These verbs do not follow the standard ed past tense pattern. For example, go changes to went, not goed. Another example is have, which becomes had, not halved. Some verbs even have two acceptable past forms like learned and learnt. Next, we have irregular plural nouns. These nouns do not form their plurals with s or s. For example, child becomes children, mouse turns into mice, and ox changes to oxen. Then we have spelling rules that affect how we add endings. For example, verbs that end with a silent e drop the e before adding ing, and this rule also influences ed forms. So, make becomes made, not makied. Additionally, some words are not verbs or nouns and do not take these endings at all. Adjectives and adverbs generally do not use ed or endings to change tense or number. When it comes to verbs, adding s for third-person singular present tense follows specific pronunciation and spelling rules. For instance, miss becomes misses, and go changes to goes. It is not just a simple addition of s in every case. Lastly, some verbs have alternative forms or irregularities in their conjugation, influenced by their linguistic origins, such as Old English, Latin, or French. This can affect whether ed or s can be added regularly. So, while ed and s are common inflectional endings in English, they cannot be added to all words indiscriminately. Their use depends on the word's part of speech, its regularity or irregularity, spelling conventions, and historical language development. For example, you can say she walks or they walked, but you cannot say childs for plural. The correct term is children. Similarly, goed is incorrect. The proper past tense is went. Understanding these patterns is key to proper word formation and grammatical accuracy.